Hello, Wisdom Seekers.
I'm Jeanette Yvonne.
And I'm Alex, and together we channel the Ascended Masters to discuss, share, and illuminate ancient knowledge for practical modern embodiment and learn how to apply this ancient wisdom to support the collective awakening. Join us in our multidimensional conversations. Let's dive in, shall we? Okay, let's talk about why we decided to do this. How this multidimensional conversation came to be. So, Jeanette, you approached me a few weeks ago saying that you wanted to record or somehow to make available or have sort of a library of the channelings that you do. And you asked me if I could be there, sort of Edward Casey style, right? To sort of pose questions and be that grounded interrogator, right?
Yes.
As you would channel the moderator,
yes.
as you would channel the Ascended Masters, right? And I was like, yeah, I don't think so, no. And I said, sure, count me
it
in.
took a couple. I mean, you had to consult with the tarot, right? I mean, you weren't sure. let me twist your arm.
Right. Yeah. So that's how I feel like in a nutshell. That's why we decided to do this. But why did you have this in mind? Why did you want to record these channelings?
So first, I want to say that we've been friends for quite a while. Mm-hmm. We've connected in numerous extra consciousness activities, so we've really built that connection and trust. You trust me with your mind and I trust you with mine. So, and that's really huge. So, because of that, that's why I reached out to you personally. And it was within the past year has just been a huge downloads, lots of downloads coming in. I know that I personally was working on health issues in the physical, so things were shifting for me. I was already very attuned with energy as a Reiki master teacher and healer for 20 years. Well, master teacher for 12 and healer for 20. So it's like I already had the energy, but my physical body wasn't in alignment with that. And so the past couple of years when I was starting to work on health stuff, that's, I think, when the channeling started to be able to come through more clear and more frequent and stronger. And so within that, I've kind of had it, I took some notes and had some things put on paper, but it felt like I was a bubblehead, right? All of it was still up here. And I was feeling the pressure, not just of the information, but that the divine timing was coming into play, where my life purpose and my mission and just that push to like, it's time to get it out. Like it's time. And so I didn't know how to do that. I had a podcast. It wasn't going anywhere. I was, I had things set up, but at the same time, being in that channeled space, I know that I feel like live or video and description would be the best, but I was like, I feel like I can't do that by myself, especially when you're in that space. It's like I was saying, we were just discussing a while ago that just like a genie or an oracle, the question has to be asked for the energy to start flowing, or there has to be an engagement or a conversation for it to go full circle. And so even by myself, I can't be in that channeling space to really stay there and ground a lot of information if I'm also the one writing it down, posing the questions. And at the same time, sometimes I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't even remember what I said. So then I lost that information. And so really, I felt that this was a great union of intuitive and like you as a psychic and a coach and also just a beautiful communicator. It was the right merging to really get this information and process it out into the world. And I also feel like the guides were were telling me to connect with you because, of course, you would always pop in my head every time I had the idea that I want to channel, I want to do this. And then it'd be like, Alex. I'm like, okay, I'll let her know, I'll ask her. And then thankfully you were on board.
Yeah. And I think also part of the reason why I said yes and that we agreed to do this is because we have the same vision. I feel like we want the same, for ourselves and the collective. So it's kind of like we have this grander vision that aligns. So together, two minds are better than one. And so together, I feel like the ripple effect that we can have together is greater than that, if we would do it by ourselves, I mean.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I feel like, every time you and I spoke about spirituality or the world or whatever it is, we always sort of agreed. It was always like, yeah. Preaching to the choir kind of thing. We always sort of see things the same way, or at least, we kind of see the grander scheme of things in the same way. And, I love all the Egyptian knowledge that you have and all the history, that you bring to it. And I feel like it's complementary between us of you bring the wisdom and you bring like the meaty stuff, and I'm here like, yes. And I'm here like, all right, so what do I do with this? And so I feel like together it's just great to put out there.
Yes. Like you said, you ground it. What do you do with this? You like actualize and ground, and then also you can process it in a way where I feel you understand what I'm saying intuitively, but you can place it with like evidentiary stuff, or you can relate it with the either modern everyday life or facts. And so together it's a really well-rounded conversation, right? And grounded information, which is ideal. But yeah, we are very much in alignment with our vision. I think we both want what's best or what's in the highest good of the collective and for the future. So this is not a short-term ego-filled venture. This is a very purpose before profit, right? It's very purposely driven. And I think that's where our intentions are aligned.
Yeah.
Or, yeah.
You said it very well. I agree. Yeah.